What's going on, everybody? So I was on my break and I was going through YouTube and I saw Paradox posted a new Star Trek Infinite video. So I figured let's watch it together, right? All right, let's rock and roll. Let's start this.
Peggy 12.
Welcome to your orientation as a ruler. A great many decisions will rest upon your shoulders, so we have prepared this brief training to arm you with knowledge.
Look how beautiful that ship model is, guys. Whoa! Oh man, the lighting, everything.
After all, insufficient facts always invite danger. What kind of a leader you will be depends largely on the traditions that you set in place. Some traditions might be expected of you as a continuation of how things have always been, while others are anathema to the founding principles of the faction. Sometimes it is necessary to set a particular tradition in place for completion of a...
Ooh, let's go back to that. I'll just give you a heads up. I'll leave a link to the video in the description so you want to watch it without my commentary. Control demilitarized, though. As the Federation grows in strength, we find ourselves in a position to claim what historically belonged to us. Now, this is down the dark path from what I saw. I think I saw section 31 above this this tree line here. A combination of uniform decision-making and inadequate leadership led us down this path. It's time to return to better ways. Wow. Wow. Just...
for completion of a later mission or goal you set. This is an important choice to make and will prevent you from taking its antithesis. When you take the chair as the ruler of your people, there will be a number of already established norms. These will dictate how effectively you can rule with certain styles of government. The Federation will be blocked from starting wars with other factions and can only expand through peaceful means, unless the conquest tradition path is set in motion.
Oh, wow. Unless the conquest, wow, path is chosen. Wow, okay. I love Nimble Giant. I love the guys and gals over there. Oh, man. You know, like, the developer could have just said, all right, we're going to basically make Birth of the Federation 2 and improve a few things. But they went beyond that. They added new components, and then they also said, hey, what if we go down and give the player the option to go down, like, a dark path with the Federation? Like, I have never seen any other Star Trek game do that. And this is amazing that you can. Now, for me, I wouldn't go down that path because I'm just a Federation kind of guy. But I'm assuming many players are going to want to go down that path, you know. Yeah, I can imagine.
The Klingons will need to build and use their fleet to stay on top of their game. Without a fight, there is no honor. And without honor, you cannot call yourself Klingon. The Cardassians balance how to treat the subservient races on the edge of a knife. They are costly to keep happy and more costly to suppress, but incredibly profitable when under pressure. The Romulans cannot build a large fleet, so they need to build large ships. Artificial black holes are a great way to avoid using matter and antimatter reactors, but it comes at a great cost. Depending on the faction you lead, you will see things...
I like that. I like the fact that we all know that the Romulans don't use dilithium. They use, I believe, like a mini black hole kind of thing. And I love the fact that it's going to come at great cost, which basically means they'll, you know, this resource that they're using for their ships, I'm assuming is going to be much more difficult to get. I'm guessing. But I love the fact that it's canon and you can go down a separate path to powering your ships.
At a great cost. Depending on the faction you lead, you will see things from a different perspective. The situation may be the same, but how that information reaches you and how it affects your people will vary. This, of course, is part of the diversity of the Alpha and Beta quadrants. However, you are not the only nations that have a stake in how the political playing field evolves. Minor powers across the quadrants, vying to remain stable, are in a precarious and vulnerable position.
Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta pause it here, too. I love the fact that you can get involved in the Bajoran-Cardassian war. Wow, okay. That's amazing. Huge props. Thank you, Nimble Giant.
People are in a precarious and vulnerable position and may require help. Will you offer it to them and indirectly affect the war effort, or join the fight? While war is an expected and inevitable part of the balance of power within the galaxy, you must take caution with how you approach it. Long drawn-out campaigns will wear your people down, creating enemies in unexpected camps, and underlining all of it will be the
Oh, wow. Okay. So this was a thing. This is for United Federation of Planets, but I believe I saw on the Discord channel that neutral zones can be created between like Cardassians and Klingons. From what I saw on the Discord, do you want to offer the creation of a neutral zone? Wow. Okay. Very
overall
cool.
tension.
Nice. Okay, so that's the Romulan neutral zone, and now this is the Cardassian. Wow, and this is a huge thing because this is not in Stellaris. There are no neutral zones in Stellaris. This is a brand new mechanic. Wow. I love it.
Across the quadrants. War affects everyone. Among the many tools in the arsenal of galactic power, your fleet is the most obvious one. A strong fleet does not simply mean the most ships. It means having the crews available to ensure optimality, officers with the training to secure victory. That is where each fleet's power lies, but it is also where the challenge of drawn-out conflict takes its toll. Training new officers requires the construction of specialized military bases to be able to support the war effort. A ship without its crew will be far less effective. The capability of your fleet also depends on its ability to warp, as well as your understanding of warp distances. Some of the most important things to remember are that each ship...
And I love the fact that this is a new mechanic, too. So this is basically the border on the farthest that your ships can go. So you have to build more outposts and supply lines to get them to go further to like have access to Kronos and such. Love that.
Class under your command has a range, and that not all of them are the same. Additionally, as a leader, you understand that it could be a diplomatic disaster to warp into another faction's borders without the proper treaties and agreements. Unless, of course, you have spies. Warp highways can make the process of traversing the quadrants faster, but these may not always be convenient to your destination. Still, it is worth your time.
Wow, that's cool. I like that there are warp highways. That is really nice.
To explore where they lead, as they provide shortcuts across the quadrant.
That's cool.
You may have been a famed admiral or daring captain prior to your appointment to leader, but now you sit above it all. It is your job, nay, your responsibility, to act with the bigger picture in mind. Leave the micro-level decisions of target priority or when to cycle shields to your captains and admirals. Learn to trust those who serve you, to make the best combat decisions in the heat of the moment. It is no longer your purview. You must focus on more important matters. Use this knowledge to guide your decisions as you lead your people. The rest is up to you. Create your own Star Trek story.
Wow. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, there's a lot of things I'm going to take from that. I'm probably running out of time. But one thing I wanted to I've noticed is, like, I love the fact, the attention to detail to the models is incredible. The attention to detail of, like, the weapons. So, I'm assuming these are Romulan ships. And they're firing yellow here. You have the Klingons firing red. So, very canon, very accurate. I said this before, but the models are so, wow, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So, I mean, huge props to Nimble Giant. This is a Star Trek game we've all been waiting for. I know I've been waiting for over 20 years. They not only took what worked so well in Birth of the Federation, the 1999 Star Trek Grand Strategy game, but they significantly improved it and just opened up the game with mission trees that you could go down different paths with your empire, a peaceful path, a darker path, warp drive, highway nodes. That's something brand new. I love that. Yeah, there's so much in this game. I also love the fact that you have to crew your ships. So if you don't have enough crew from the military bases, your ships won't be fully crewed, which means that we're not going to perform as well in combat. Like these little things, I really love that they did. So for people that are kind of like wondering, like, hey, is this just like a skin of Stellaris? No, this is far more than that. This is, I mean, this is a completely different game. In essence, there's so many different mechanics from the mission tree, from global. We saw over here. It was a global tension system that we saw in that's very similar to the Hearts of Iron 4 one. And then you have spies and you have governors. There's just so much in this game to explore, and I'm super grateful. Thank you, Nimble Giant, for making this, and Paradox and CBS, because this is an answer to our dreams. Thank you.